1-800-242-0100. We got to get a shout out to Ann and the crew at Planned Parenthood in Hackensack, New Jersey. One of our producers, Lisa, has been talking to them a lot, and always a good source of information when we need to find out something. So thanks, Ann, and everybody over there. What's that?
Does Lisa have some kind of problem?
Personal problem, Sam, so leave her alone. Let's say hi to Bud. You're on Z100. What's up, Bud?
Hello, Chris.
Yo.
I got a problem.
All right, go ahead.
My grandfather, right?
Uh-huh.
He's been like jerking off on my Mary J. Blige posters and now my Christina Applegate posters.
Wait, Mary J. Blige and who?
Christina Applegate pictures.
From the Bundys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He continues doing this shit. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa.
I'm gonna kill him.
Mm-hmm. Can you get him a magazine or two?
Penthouse?
Couple I could recommend: Penthouse, Screw, Hustler.
Okay, wait, my mom's here.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Life, Time, and Newsweek.
World News.
Right.
Huh?
Bud, you okay? Shall we come back to you?
Oh, no, my mother.
You got a battle with your mother? You want us to put you on hold?
What's the matter?
Oh.
What's the matter with your mom being there?
I don't know. She's because of sex, you know.
Well, does your mother know that your grandfather is doing this?
No.
Well, did you ever confront your grandfather about it?
Forget it. I gotta go. Bye.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud. All right, try us back sometime. Mom must have heard something about Grandpa whacking off on his posters.
This fun's for you.
Yeah. All right, bud. Call us back. We want to hear more. Hello, John. You're on Z100.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, hi. I was just calling because I'm in trouble with some prostitutes I've been seeing for the past couple of months.
You're in trouble with them?
I'm in trouble from other people who I know about it.
Oh, what's the story, John?
No, I've just been going down to 58th Street and 6th Avenue for the past couple of months.
Uh-huh.
I've having a lot of hard times with women, so I resorted to seeing prostitutes.
You mean ones that you just pick up on the street?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you mean you're in trouble? What, are you not paying?
No, just, I guess, venereal diseases. I'm losing a lot of money, you know. I'm broke.
Well, how often are you seeing these women?
Oh, I don't know, like around 3 times a week.
Uh-huh.
You know.
You drive down there, or what do you do?
Well, yeah, I drive down there from Queens.
Uh-huh.
And you just drive by and you pick up the girls who are on the street?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they get into your car, and what happens?
They get in the car, and we do business.
Just in the car right there?
Yeah, that's right, you know.
Do you think that gives you anything?
Well, it gives me what I want at the time, you know. I mean, don't argue with me because that's what I want to do. That's my choice and how I want to run my life. So.
Well, who's arguing with you? She asked you a question, you moron. Okay. All right, John. Thanks for calling tonight. People get really excited sometimes, you know. Dr. Judy sets them off. See how you are sometimes, Judy?
It was just an innocent question.
Send him with Bud's grandfather, will you?
Actually, it just goes to show that when people are uncomfortable about something that they're doing and you simply ask them to confront it, the anxiety becomes so
overwhelming.
Great, they become defensive, which only really betrays the terrible problem with his lack of having a decent relationship.
Yeah. And he's cruising your neighborhood looking for prostitutes. That's the funny part. Thank you, Karen. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. Samantha says she tries to have phone sex, but she doesn't get aroused. We'll see if we can help her next. All right, no such thing as a dumb question on this program. Nothing you can't talk about. It's Love Phones live Monday through Thursday from 10 till midnight. Jagger, Dr. Judy, and Samantha. Hi, Samantha. You're on Z100.
Hi.
Hello. Hold on.
What happened to Samantha?
Oh, we'll try to get her again. Robert, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, Robert?
Hi, I'm calling for my neighbor. She has a 5-year-old son, and she was telling me that she has a body massager, like for the family, with a thermal heat, I don't know what. Mm-hmm. And her 5-year-old son likes to apply it to his genitals and massage his genitals. And when she walks in on him...
Wow, why not?
I wanted to know if it was normal, because I remember reading a psychology class about Sigmund Freud and the libido stage. They're 5 years old. Mm-hmm. Like the sexual prowess or something goes underground between the ages of 5 to 11 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Underground? What does that mean?
Underground. Well, what you're referring to, Freud's stages of psychosexual development are the when you're just born, you're in what we call the oral stage. People who eat a lot of food and drink a lot are stuck in the oral phase, using their mouth all the time.
Yep.
The anal phase is when you're being toilet trained. Those people become anal retentive a lot, like they have to have everything in order and they can't express their emotions. Then you move into when you're 5 years old and that's when the little boys fall in love with mommy and want to kill daddy and marry mommy. And the little girls want to get rid of mommy and marry daddy. And then what you're referring to, Robert, is called the latency phase.
That's the one.
Right. Okay. So what about it?
The vibrator phrase.
Yeah, I want to know, like, does that mean, like...
The phrase that pays.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Does that mean, like, you have no sexual urges at that age, or does that...
No, it just means that it's the time when you start to develop social skills, and the boys like to be with their buddies, the boys, and the girls like to play with the girls, and then they say, oh, the boys are so silly.
So why does he apply that, like, stimulator to himself? Can he orgasm at that age, or...
Well, there has been research to show that kids are masturbating in the womb.
In the womb?
Yes, there have been pictures taken of, little infants, fetuses. They feel around all over the place, They don't know that they're masturbating or it's a sex act. They're just...
It feels good. It's natural. There's no inhibitions.
Right. It's not a big deal like we make it a big deal when we grow up.
Well, I remember at 5 years old being somewhat curious, being in the basement of my house with a little girl wondering why she didn't have what I had when we had our pants down. And my mom yelling down, who's down there? And that scared me. Pants went up and we went out, but...
Well, so you thought you knew you were doing something wrong.
Something, yeah, like, oh boy.
So what should I tell this lady?
What does she want to know?
Like if it's normal or,
Well, one thing with kids is that it is very natural for them to explore all parts of their body, their nose, their ears, their arms, and their genitals. And one thing you don't want to do is to encourage them to do that or let them go do it in public. And the opposite is you don't want to make a big deal and fuss and say, oh, stop doing that, that's terrible, you're going to go blind, or that's bad, or something like that.
Because he doesn't do it in public. So you're saying we shouldn't encourage it or scold them?
Don't scold him, but the thing that you should do is just, kind of distract him so that he doesn't get to do it all the time. Kids are going to repeat what feels good. If it feels good,
all right.
He's not knowing that he's doing something sexual and how bad or wrong it is or something. He's just doing it because it feels good. So the thing to do is you go over and you say, let's play a game. I got a bat and a ball. We could play softball. Let's go.
He loves Super Nintendo.
Well,
And that's what you do.
Just tell him not to sit on the joystick.
That's the way to handle it.
So to speak. All right, Robert?
All right, can I give a shout out?
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my best friends, Jose, Nicole, my sister Letty, my homeboy Cello, and Alex.
All right, Robert. Thanks, buddy. And new from Fisher Price, we have it, My First Vibrator. They have those My First Everythings for Robert's neighborhood kid.
My first body massager.
Ann, you're on Z100. Hi.
Double whammy.
What's up, Ann?
Well, my friend and I were talking about something today, and I told her that she was totally wrong, but she told me to call Dr. Judy anyway.
I love when you share things with us like this.
Yes.
Please.
She said she was having sex with her husband yesterday, and he came a lot inside of her, and she said that afterwards she tasted it. Is that possible?
She tasted it, you mean?
In her mouth.
Even though it was in her?
Mm-hmm.
He came so much in her vagina?
Uh-huh.
That's interesting.
That's all wild imagination.
Right. She had a referred aroma. Well, what is interesting is that some people, when you have medication, or even when you have some kind of medical problem, you can get a taste in your mouth. It's a physiological referred experience. I wasn't just kidding. So I would think it would be kind of a rare thing, but it's possible. It's not something that I've read about or heard about a lot, but I tell you, I'll look into it and ask a bunch of doctors about it.
Nothing physically that could happen, right? that you're going to get a flavor from there.
No, it is not
physically happening.
Right. Because the fantasy would be, right, Anne, that somehow the sperm would have traveled backwards in through her stomach and kind of, from the uterus somehow into the stomach, which, by the way, there's no connection there.
Burping it up.
And then up her alimentary canal, like in the vomit reverse, in the reverse, and then into her throat. Is that what you're thinking?
That's what she thinks. I told her that
it wouldn't happen that way. No, but as I said to you, it is possible to get tastes in your mouth from things from medication you swallow.
And she just associated it with this.
So this is what the girl talk is during the afternoon, and guys are just kind of hanging out. My husband came so much in me that I thought I tasted it.
Right. But you want to know something? Here's an interesting point. When you are very turned on, which she must have been if he was also excited, your mouth salivates just like your vagina lubricates.
Okay.
So in that case, there might have been a lot of tastes in her mouth anyway. Let's say they had just eaten, so now all that saliva is going to bring a lot of the taste more to the fore in her mouth.
Okay.
So that's why her perception may have confused those things.
Okay. Well, I'm sure she's listening, so she knows now.
I've got another thought. We're hypothesizing about this here, but it's so fascinating. Did she perform oral sex on him before that?
No.
You sure? Mm-hmm. Was he touching himself? And then I'm trying to decide whether or not somehow some sperm got to her mouth anyway, or some of her own lubrication.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is that she said that they just went right to it and...
Did you have some kind of cream sauce for dinner? Never mind. All right, Ann, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
I was going back to the dinner thing there.
Right, yeah,
Usually
I
burp
know.
up garlic. She's burping up sperm taste.
But what a wonderful affirmation of her husband.
And if she likes that, then she could have been...
You were so wonderful, honey. I tasted you.
Lisa.
You cursed through my body.
Lisa?
Hi.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Hi, Dr. Judy.
Hi.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
You guys are great.
Thank you.
I have a big problem.
What's up?
I work in a very, very, very conservative environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to F the heck out of one of my managers.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do your manager.
I want to do him.
He turns you on?
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
But that could be a tricky situation at work, right? Because if things go bad, then you're stuck with this guy as your manager.
Exactly, and I could be put on his job one of these days.
Oh, you're not now, though.
See, no, it's a big firm, and you have different managers, and one day I might wind up on his job.
Yeah, you might wind up on his desk
Oh, I hope
before
so.
that.
I'm hoping for that.
Right.
What do I do?
What do you
I
know about his situation?
Oh, I know. I mean, I know him very well. We've been flirting heavily for like a year.
And is he available?
Very much so. Mm-hmm. And so he is so hard.
Is there any danger that this would interfere with your job?
We might have to clear the desk once in a while and jump on top of it.
If not in the office, where else could you go?
Oh, I have my own apartment.
No, I mean at work, though. No, I want you to do this at work.
At work?
Yeah, this is my fantasy here.
On the fax machine, in the library.
Well, the problem with sex in the office, Lisa, is that it gets complicated, right? When you see somebody day in and day out, number one, you have your feelings about the relationship. The second is that if anybody else finds out about it, you've got to deal with everybody else in the work environment and how they feel about it. Angry, gossiping, etc. The third is the danger of something happening that smacks of sexual harassment. That's why everybody's concerned about it, more so now than ever before. So do you think you're vulnerable in any of those situations?
Nope.
She's ready.
I am ready, Dr. Judy. I am ready.
What's held you back this long?
Well, it's been, I don't know. We flirt heavily. I think he's waiting for me, and I'm waiting for him. A lot of times we've made appointments. We say, we're going to go out, and I'm going to go back to his place, or he's going to come back to my place. But something always happens, and we never wind up there.
Okay, well, so what does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
If something's always stopping you, then obviously some energy is pulling back.
Dr. Judy.
Or maybe
I
you're
don't know
just
if I believe
building it up for the big one.
I am going to explode if I don't.
Well, then, what do you do? First thing tomorrow morning, clear the desk.
If you've assessed the dangers as I've laid them out, then you make your accurate choice.
Then there's nothing holding them back. All right, Jennifer's on a car phone. Thanks for the call, Lisa. Hello, Jennifer.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. I'm just getting off the Garden State Parkway.
Okay, drive carefully while you're chatting with us.
Okay.
What's up?
This is so funny.
All right, wait, turn your car radio down.
Okay.
We'll be really confused.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Hi, Dr. Judy.
Hi there.
How you doing?
Very good.
Wait, I'm just paying my toll. 1 second.
Oh, tell the toll booth collector hello. I know a lot of them listen.
I can. It's one of those.
Automatic, no person
no
there?
cash,
Oh.
No.
Okay.
How you doing?
Very good. What's up?
Now, I have a question. Every time I go out with a guy, I either have intercourse on the first night or that's it. They're done. What? The guy's cut me off. And I want to know why I can't stay with a guy for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months and have sex with him then. It has to be the first night I go out with him.
Sam wants a date Friday.
Yeah.
Our producer.
Sam wants a date. He has to be under 25 for my mother to okay him.
Oh, okay.
But I want to
So
know.
who's the one who's got hot pants?
Me.
You.
Yes. As soon as they start kissing and hugging, I don't know what happens.
And do you think it's wise for you to wait instead?
Well, I don't know. I don't find the guys that I like. So whenever I find a guy and I think he's very attractive, I either go for it or try and get him. And when I do get him, if I don't like him, I don't do anything. But if I like him, I make myself very available.
And then after you make yourself available, do they dump you?
They don't dump me. I get very fickle very easily, and I just drop them.
So how many times have you done this? How many guys have you been with?
4.
Oh, that's not too bad. I thought you were really out of control here.
I feel bad. I feel awful, though. And I always go for guys that have girlfriends, and I break them up.
Well, it sounds to me like you're not really ready for a relationship. You're picking all very unavailable, unattainable people and keeping yourself unavailable, unattainable. I think you just have a basic fear of closeness, commitment, and intimacy, and you're using sex instead. That's what I think.
So what do I do?
Do you agree with that or not?
Roll your window up for one.
Okay, wait 1 second. I'm sorry.
Do you agree with that, Jennifer?
Yes.
You do?
Sort of. I don't know. I find guys that I think are like out of my league. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what happens. I go for them. Like one guy that I had a crush on him since I was in 6th grade. And I don't know. I've never. When I was younger, I used to go out with him and just like meet him in a parking lot and kiss him, and that was it. And now, I don't know. I don't know if I.
What does out of your league mean?
Guys that I just think are either too old or too good looking. Mm-hmm. And I don't
All right,
know.
so you've got a problem in picking appropriate people who could really have a relationship. But
Right.
that's not.
But whenever I meet a nice guy, I treat him like crap and I dump him.
Well, right. So you need to read my book, How to Love a Nice Guy, because that's what a lot of women do. And what you're doing is exactly what I said in the beginning. It's basically women who have a low self-esteem, who don't really believe that they deserve to be treated well. That's why they pick all these guys who don't treat them well and don't want them. They feel insecure, so they have to pick guys they have to try to make like them, and they never end up doing that, but they're always desperate to get their attention.
But when I met a guy, I had a relationship with a guy for a year, and I made him wait. Like we didn't have sex for a whole year. And I mean, I guess I was 17 years old. It was 2 years ago, and nothing. I don't know. A year went by, and I didn't. And then like we broke up, and recently I saw him. And the first time we were together, we had sex, and then I haven't seen him since.
Well, here's 2 things you have to do. Number 1, you have to hold yourself back from having sex with somebody. Now, you say you want to. You could say that from here to Christmas till you're blue in the face. If you are drunk and you want to stop drinking, you
I don't
stop
do it when I'm
drinking. No, did you hear what I said? I didn't say that.
Yeah.
So you have somewhat of a sex addiction. So if you want to get over it, you don't have sex with the person. You hold yourself back. You stop. You snap your fingers. You say, Jen, don't do this. No. And you don't do it. And you develop a relationship. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you pick a nice guy and you make him sexy. You could do that. You do that by imagining that you are with one of these guys who are the rats or jerks and treat you poorly, and you pretend in your head that you're with him. Then you give yourself the opportunity to stay with the nice guy. You give him some energy. You zap him a little bit because you're all turned on because you're living in that other fantasy, and it will end up cycling better.
All right, Jennifer, thanks for the call. Drive carefully. Thank you. Oops. There we go.
Get a vibrator.
Let's see if you agree.
Okay, if you get the vibrator, then you fantasize about the nice guy being a wild, erotic, wonderful lover, and that way you will fix it better in your head.
All right, here we go. The perfect woman. The National Enquirer, here's what they've done. They've taken body parts from different celebrities
this, right.
to create the computer-generated dream girl.
Right.
See if you agree with these, Sam, if you like the choices.
Crawford's hair, right?
Well, we have Elizabeth Taylor's eyes,
Right.
which are beautiful.
Those blue eyes, yes.
Brooke Shields' eyebrows.
I'm in.
Cindy Crawford's hair, you're right. Kim Basinger's mouth. Candace Bergen's nose. Demi Moore's bust. Dolly Parton's
New
hips.
one or the old one?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
And the
And-
new one, the real ample busts.
I like the old one.
And Princess Stephanie's legs.
Right, very slender.
Now, I came up with my nightmare list, though, of
Okay.
body parts that we might include, such as Barbara Bush's eyes.
Yeah.
Would that be a nightmare?
Marge Simpson's hair.
Andy Rooney's eyebrows. Roseanne Barr's chins. Hillary Clinton's new haircut.
Yeah.
Hideous. Nasty. Sandra Bernhardt's mouth.
Ugh.
She's actually a guest on Love
Oh,
Phones.
she's got, you mean because of the openness in her
Yeah.
teeth, that break in her teeth.
Whoopi Goldberg's nose.
Yeah.
Estelle
Ted likes it.
Getty's breasts. Oprah's hips. And Sam, your legs. Thank you. Pretty nasty kind of a woman. That would be my nightmare picture. Samantha, you're on Z100 Love Phones.
Hello.
Ted Danson.
He does love Whoopi Goldberg's
Whoopi's.
everything.
Right.
What's up, Samantha?
See that?
Well,
When you're in love with someone, this isn't a message, by
Hold
the
on,
way, hold on one
Samantha.
second, that goes for Jennifer in terms of her being attracted to jerks and needing to attract to nice guys. You can learn to love and be sexually turned on to anyone, no matter what they look like, even if it's not your typical type. You get involved in doing something that really turns the both of you on together, aside from a physical thing, and it happens.
All right.
well, I liked this guy for a while, and
This is Samantha, by the way. Yes, go ahead, Sam.
I liked this guy for a while, and then we stopped talking. Then we started talking again, and we one day asked if I wanted to have phone sex.
Oh, this is the guy you've been trying to have phone sex, but you can't get aroused by this?
Oh yeah, and I tried, we did it, and I turn him on, but he doesn't really turn me on, but I act like he does.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know what I could do, and also
Did you play with yourself while you're doing this?
no, I just for some reason I don't, and I just never think it's right. I just don't think it's right. I don't know. I just don't feel right to doing it. I know you're every time I listen to you, you're yeah, it's normal and stuff, but I just don't. It's not for me.
Not for you.
I don't. Yeah, it's just not.
Well, then I guess you should just, spend your life turning the guys on, and you get nothing.
Excellent.
I know, but I don't know. I feel weird.
What's weird?
I don't know. I just think it's his part in doing it, not.
It's his part to do it,
Yeah, to
But if he's not there physically and you're on the phone with him,
and it's your body, right?
Yeah.
So, do you wipe your nose?
Or, yeah.
All right. Well, you got another nose down there.
Yeah.
Where did you ever get the message that there was nothing right about that?
Well,
And it's right for guys. Why is it better? Why is it okay for him?
No, I don't know.
Why shouldn't it only be okay that you touch him?
I understand.
Why? Answer me that.
Well, I don't know. I both feel weird, when I, because...
No, wait a minute. Why should he not wait for you to touch him?
I don't know.
Do you have no answer to that?
No, I don't.
So then, if you have no answer to that, then what could you redefine about what you said about you?
That I should do it.
That you're entitled to.
Yeah.
Where'd you learn that you shouldn't? Where did this message come from?
I just feel weird.
You don't just feel weird. Do you feel weird about eating mashed potatoes?
No.
So where did you learn that it was weird?
I don't know.
It didn't come out of the sky. It wasn't written in a book when you were born. Maybe, well, it was in the Bible.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It is written in the book.
well, maybe you shouldn't read that then.
You don't spill your seed.
No, because see, It took me a while to go to third.
It was written in your baby book. What?
It took me like a long time to go to third. Like
to third?
Yeah. Like for a guy to finger me, and I've only done it once. And
Okay, well, you know what?
Yeah.
You should do it yourself. Mm-hmm. Third base should be you touching you.
You're playing shortstop.
Right, that's my position. Have you ever looked at your genitals?
Yeah.
What do they look like?
Well, they look like there's like a hole there, and like it's like all hairy, like your pubic hair.
Mm-hmm. Do you like the way they look?
I don't know. I know it's part of my body, and it's like beautiful, but I don't know.
Well, okay, so at least you think you should think it's beautiful. All right, so now have you ever looked at them by spreading it apart a little bit and examining it?
Yeah, because I tried to use a tampon once, but that didn't work either.
Okay, well, see, now you're not comfortable touching yourself, then it's hard to put a tampon in.
Yeah.
How are you going to put a diaphragm in?
Yeah.
How do you wash yourself?
How are you going to let a man in there?
Yeah.
Right. Why should he be any more entitled to your temple before you fixed it up? Mm-hmm. Think of it like your room. When you invite people into your room, you've kind of fixed it up first, right? Mm-hmm. So this is your room, only it's your womb.
No smelly socks, you pick them up.
Right, same thing. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Now, when it comes to the phone sex...
She wants to get off the phone. Go to your room. I can't take this.
When it comes to this phone sex thing,
wow.
You
I'd be all over that.
are not allowing yourself to get pleasure. You are depriving yourself.
Faking it.
It's not him. It is not his job to turn you on.
It's my job, right?
Right. It is not up to him. You don't sit there waiting for him to do it to you. You'll be very unhappy for the rest of your life if you have given your sexuality to your partner. Mm-hmm. And you won't make him happy either.
Well, he is happy.
Well, ultimately, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, once you get past the phone, it'll be you.
No, we did.
Okay. I don't know. Thanks, Samantha. Were we done with that? Were we done? I guess. All right, Kelly says her
there's
boyfriend...
more. Samantha, do
Is there?
that and then call us back.
All right. This hour of Love Phone sponsored by Trojan brand latex condoms. Help reduce the risk. We'll take a break, come back. Kelly says her boyfriend is obsessed with Oprah, and Mark says his girlfriend has a big vagina and doesn't know what to do about it.
Yes.
You're on Z100, and you say you have a boyfriend obsessed with Oprah.
Yes.
Sorry to hear that.
And I don't understand why. It's about the fact that I'm jealous. I'm jealous of any woman that he talks about, but
What's his thing with Oprah? What happens?
no, every time we get into a discussion about men and women, he brings up Oprah. Oprah this and Oprah that.
Mm-hmm.
So Oprah's his guru.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm. He believes in what she says then. Somehow she's made an impact on him. And does he watch her show?
Well, when I watched it, he watches it. You know.
And what's the kind of conversation where he quotes her?
No, he says he thinks that Oprah's against men because all her shows is like against the men, like fathers who leave their children or something.
Right.
But he talks about her all the time, and I think...
But in what way? See, it doesn't... Clearly, when somebody's talking about a person, they're using that to get a message across to you. Sometimes they'll use an authority figure because they don't feel that they have enough authority themselves, so it gives them credibility.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me in the beginning you said obsessed with her. We thought, well, I'm sure, Jax, you probably thought, oh, he's turned on to her. But right, but it's really
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but it's really he is using
Stedman would be upset.
using her what as an example about women hating men. Is that it?
Yes.
All right. So your boyfriend is really angry then with women.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And it's easier to be angry with somebody who's famous, who you're not faced with, and you don't have to confront, than it would be to let his anger out on somebody else. So in a certain way, I want to tell you, Kelly, that's going to be a very healthy kind of way to express himself.
Could be worse. He could be obsessed with Montel Williams.
Well. So when you have these discussions, there's a way for you to get out of being in a rut. So tell us just a quick interaction. What would it be? Something would happen, and what would go on?
I really can't explain, because I don't understand, because...
All right, listen. Next time it comes up, instead of you being frazzled about it, just consider, don't get upset. Just consider that there's a message there. So restate what he really means. If he says, well, Oprah says, just say to him, honey, you're really angry with women, aren't you? That's all. Just deflect all of his stuff. Never criticize Oprah. Forget it. Let it go in one ear and out the other. Try to find his real message, because he's trying to tell you something in that, okay?
All right.
Okay, Kelly. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. I know people like that are obsessed with mentioning Rush Limbaugh, or, if it's not Oprah, it's Rush or whoever.
Right, because they quote him all the time and whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they say, well, you can find ways to get around that. Instead of saying, I'm sick and tired of hearing you talk about Rush or whatever, then simply respond to something. What do you think? Because some people are so insecure about giving their own opinions, and they have opinions that they just use the credibility of that person.
All right, let's go to Brooklyn. What's up, Mark?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? You're on Z100.
Okay, I got a question for Dr. Judy.
Right here.
How you doing?
Good.
Okay, listen, I've been going out with this girl for 2 years now, and our sex is great, but she's got such a big vagina. I don't know what to do. I can't feel anything sometimes.
Where do you fall in?
I need a 2x4 on my butt so I don't fall in. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what she should do about it, And
Has she had any children?
yeah, she has one child. He's 14.
Well, that happens. When after you have a child, then just like you have stretch marks in your stomach, you get stretch marks. What happens is that the muscles get really looser. It isn't so much the vagina, although vaginas come in different sizes and shapes, just like penises do.
Right.
Have you felt inside her? Do you think she really has a big cavern?
Oh, forget about it. I can talk down there. I can hear an echo sometimes.
Oh, good.
So big.
He can fit his leg in there.
It's unbelievable.
Inside, I'm talking about. Is the opening really big?
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
Hello
and
in
how
there.
far back does it go?
I don't know. I never got that back that far to really.
What did you put your finger in?
Yes, definitely.
All the way in, and you can't touch the back?
No.
Even if she's in a position, more in different positions?
I tried every position, and on top. I go on top of her. Her legs are up in the air every way, and it's just I can't feel anything.
You can. Do you get an erection?
Yeah.
A full erection?
A full erection.
And when you put your finger inside her, how wide is it around?
It's wide. I can stick 4 fingers in there.
Okay, well, even if her vagina, and if the inside of her vagina has a wide diameter, and even if it is longer than many women, you still can get more friction by her exercising her what's called pubococcygeal muscles at the opening, because that's also what creates what we call the gripping.
I see.
So, and when men feel that excitement of their penis being inside, and when they pull in and out and it pulls, it's really not just the whole vaginal barrel, but it's a lot the gripping of the PC muscles at the entrance. So she can exercise those. They're called the Kegel muscles, or the Kegel exercises, after the name of the guy who designed them. And they're very simple to do, and that will help create that more containment. Okay?
Right, but I don't know. She's like lazy. She don't like to exercise,
Well, that could be a problem then. He doesn't want to be motivated.
Guess what? You don't have to lift a leg to do the
These are
Kegels.
pretty simple. You can lay there and do these, can't you?
You don't
Or
have to
stand or what?
move. I could be doing them right now and you wouldn't even know. You could be driving in a car. You could be, waiting at the light. You could be standing on the line paying for your groceries.
And doing this.
And doing your Kegels, right. All it is basically a tensing of the muscles of the vaginal opening and then a releasing of them. Tense, release. Tense, release. It's like squeezing your butt together and releasing your butt. That sort of gives you the feeling of where they're located. And then you keep doing them. You do them just like you would do regular reps, lifting weights.
So, Mark, that sounds like something even she could do, even if she doesn't like to do exercises.
Right.
Tomorrow morning on the Z Morning Zoo, it could be the call that's worth $10,000. It's going to happen sometime this week. One call, one winner, and $10,000 with the phrase that pays. And all you have to say when we call is Z100 means today's best music. And also on the zoo, Leslie Nielsen, who you saw earlier tonight.
Yes, I saw him at his book party at Caroline's Comedy Club.
What did he write about? Is it like a fiction, or is it the Leslie Nielsen story?
Right, and Caroline's was mobbed, and for the soap, I know you love the soaps. For those who love the soaps, the Monty Sharp from A Stud on Guiding Light was there.
No, I don't watch that one. But Leslie Nielsen's most famous line?
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
He's my hero.
Did you love it? Naked Gun movies. They're doing Naked Gun, I think, 3.
Oh, yeah. Gilbert Gottfried was there, too.
Was he?
He said he was tense. So I asked him to collect all his nervous energy in his left ear, and then I took it and threw it into a cardboard box for him.
Did that work? You hope?
Nice beaver.
Thank you. Hello, James.
Hello.
You're on Z100. Thanks for holding.
Thanks for being there.
What's up?
Well, got this bizarre situation. My girlfriend every now and then would like to get me to wear female clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And first I thought it was maybe, she wanted another female in the bedroom with us. And I tried to suggest that, but she's saying no. I mean, what kind of signals am I getting here?
So you're wondering, why does she want you dressing up like a woman?
Yeah.
So do you? And have you?
No and no.
Oh, okay. And why not?
Why not? Why should I?
Prance around with some panties on?
Ask you first.
What?
So she would find this a thrill.
Yeah.
What upsets you about it?
I think it's embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. What? Because of why? What would it mean?
I mean, I don't go around wearing women's clothes,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have boxer shorts,
Yeah, but if the woman wants you to put on a nice pair of lacy panties, I'd be in them.
Do it.
You would?
Yeah, if that's what she wanted. If it made her happy, made her excited, and I could get more out of her that way, why not? If I did the tricks, well, whatever.
What is the thought that makes it unpleasant for you?
What?
There's obviously something that you think, is this an insult to your manhood? Does this make you not be a guy? What's the interpretation?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely would be an insult to my manhood. I mean,
If it's just you and her.
well, I know, but I know. And I have to go everywhere I go, I am there. Yeah.
But does your wearing a piece of underwear to please her make you any less of a guy?
No, I don't think so.
All right, so if you know this is not going to turn you into something, then might you indulge her fantasy just because it would give her pleasure? Or are you afraid that she would take it steps further?
Yeah.
Okay. So after the panties, then what would she want you to do?
I don't know. Sit down on the toilet, maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now out of all of
James, can I tell you, I do that also in the morning if I'm tired?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Well, that's not a problem, but I just don't feel like standing there. So for a guy to sit down and urinate, what is that? That's nothing.
Sounds.
It's not made to work that way.
Sounds like
It works
James
fine
has
for
got
me.
some pretty rigid sex role stereotypes here.
Oh, no. I mean, I engage in bottom and top, and, it doesn't matter which way it goes, but I don't think I should have to go that way.
Well, what way?
I don't know. Don't you? I mean, you'd be losing something.
What would you be losing?
You'd still have your penis between your legs, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd still be a guy.
Yeah.
You'd still be able to be, the boss? You'd still be in control.
Well, it's not in boss and control.
All right, well, I was just making... So what? What would you be losing?
I Like the manhood, like...
What's a manhood?
Respect, as a man.
A respect?
Yeah.
Why would that be losing respect?
Well, it just seems like that, I don't know how to answer that.
You think acting like, putting on a pair of underwear would make you lose respect, would make her lose respect, or you lose respect for you?
Her lose respect for me,
I see. Why don't you ask her if that would make her lose her respect for you? Maybe she might think it would make her gain respect for you, because you would be freer and you would be pleasing her.
I don't know.
Why don't you ask her?
Well, she's asleep right now.
But that would be a good question. So now you've specified what you're worried about it. That somehow this is going to demean me. Maybe not. Think on that a little bit. Maybe it won't demean you, James.
Well, at first I thought it was maybe, she wanted another woman in the bed with us. And
she told you no.
Well, I tried to go that way.
So that would be okay for you, huh?
So now, James...
As long as you're not the other woman.
I think you could benefit from getting more in touch with your yin. You know what that is? What's a yin?
Yin and yang, opposite good and bad.
Good, feminine and masculine.
Masculine, yeah.
Right, in the Chinese philosophy. So could you not benefit from being more in touch with that yin?
Don't see why not.
I think so.
Exactly. There you go.
I mean, it's always helpful to be in touch with, all sides of yourself. But.
Well, exactly. So I think you're a little bit threatened now. See, now I wouldn't take this point of view with everybody. If everybody a lot of people may call up and they might have said, well, she wants to know really undo that. With you somehow, I think it would be a good experience.
Oh, really?
And would not ruin your relationship with her. And not threaten your masculinity either. And free you up in a certain way. But you would still be just as much a man.
I might just give it a try.
All right, James?
All right.
I'm picturing you there. Standing in a pair of her panties.
Nice beaver.
There you go.
Can I say one thing for the previous caller, Mark?
Yes.
Mark, do me a favor, guy. Get yourself a rope, tie it to one end of the chair, tie it to your waist, and dive in.
There you go. And if you get in trouble, we can find the rope on the way back out.
That's it.
All right, James.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, it's nice to hear others helping others on mobile phones.
Little mountain climbing.
Shauna, you're next on Z100. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. I have a question. I've been dating a guy for almost about a year now, and the problem is I never had this problem before in my life. It just seems like I get too wet for him when we have sex, and it's unenjoyable. I always use condoms. We tried using the non-lubricated ones, but it didn't help. Nothing helped. I don't know what to do. And I went to a gynecologist and I got checked out, and he said there's nothing wrong with me. I just don't,
That you're not too wet, he doesn't think?
He thinks I'm too wet, and that's
moist like bundt cake.
It's ruining the sex for him, not for me, but for him. I tried douching before sex, and that didn't help. And I don't just.
Why do you think douching would help?
I guess to just wash out all the secretions, beforehand,
well, guess what? You don't wash out the secretions beforehand. The secretions come when you're excited. It's part of your sex response cycle.
We'll have some foreplay,
they
then I'll
seep
go to the
out.
bathroom and do it, and then come back.
And do what?
And douche and come back.
Douching is not going to get rid of your secretions. When you're turned on, they're going to secrete.
Yeah, I know, but...
I mean, do you want to take cotton swabs and kind of try and absorb it, or stick a sponge up there? That would be one thing.
The quicker picker-upper. So, well, who is he...
It's a sponge, one of the... Or what about those handy wipes that absorb twice as much?
I know, but it's nothing...
Who's complaining? Is he or you?
He is, not me.
What, he's like too messy, too wet?
What?
He thinks it's too messy, too wet? What?
I never had this problem with a guy before.
How wet do you get?
Very.
What does that mean? Does it drip down your leg?
Not all over the place. It just, it's wet.
Shauna, love, appreciate, and bless your signs of excitement.
Other guys I've gone out with had no problem with it. It was great. But
your present boyfriend has a problem, not you. All right?
Yeah.
He does.
I mean, there'd
Now,
have to
what
be a
is too-
cascading, effect going on down there for it to be
Even-
too wet. I can't imagine
Even
too
if
wet.
it is. I
No,
mean,
I
she's
agree. I'm saying, how can that be bad? How's that a bad
Men
thing?
love that
Yeah, but I
mostly
think
because
he's got
it's a
kind of
sign.
phobia because he'll never go down on me. I go down on him all the time.
Right.
You
goes
tell
down
him.
on me.
Maybe he's
Never
using that as an
touches me.
excuse.
Right, he's using an excuse. We are getting very suspicious of this young man. He does not like pleasing you orally. He's complaining about you are too wet. I think he is using your so-called problem to mask one of his own.
Yeah. I guess so.
And why are you putting up with this? What is it
It's
about
been almost
you?
a year. I love him as a person, and I think he's a really great person, and I don't want to, I just...
Oh, and do you, first of all, do you allow other people to do that to you anyway? To make you feel that you have a problem?
No.
No? And does he do that to you in other ways? When something is going on, it becomes your fault? You're not enough or too much or not good enough or whatever?
No, but, no, he doesn't do that, but... I don't know.
Does he have decent erections?
I guess so. I don't know. Well, maybe not.
Maybe not. In what way?
I don't know. It just seems like he doesn't really care, I guess.
He does. So he doesn't have erections.
He does, but it just doesn't last,
Oh, okay. This is there now. We have
Deeper level here.
This is right. Get this now. Are we not right or are we not right?
You're right.
His problem.
All right.
It's his problem, not mine.
Yes.
Thank you, and he's the one who's got the
Exactly. Now you got a guy who's having problems having an erection, who is so uptight about it, as most men are, that he is so embarrassed and humiliated and not man enough to be able to own up to it, that he is now telling you you are too wet, and that is what's creating his problem. How dare you accept that?
I guess I'm not going to anymore.
No more.
All right.
Okay, Shauna.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, I can understand. How could someone be too wet? I can't imagine how wet that would be.
Right, but that's
So now
why
we have to
my
remember that.
erection is not staying there.
See there? Sam is obsessed with clubs where they dance
Now,
around
here's
topless.
the idea.
Yes.
She is lubricating is a sign of her tremendous excitement and sensuality, and it is an equivalent to having a really firm, hard, long-lasting erection. And he is losing his.
He's mismatched there, so to speak.
Well, he's competing with her, and she's winning. So she, in his eyes, is more sexual than he is.
All right, well, Sam has sometimes a little extra time on his hands, and he likes these topless bars. And I understand you've compiled a list for us of some of your favorite names that the women dancers use while they're up on stage.
See what part of the body I like from some of these names. Heidi Hooters.
Now, these are actual names? Have you seen all these women?
Down. Susie Boobies. The Boobsy Twins.
But that was fun.
Yeah, a lot of curves. Wendy Whoppers.
Oh, we love that one.
Yeah. And Rocky Mountains. Yeah. I also want to make a shout out to Heather.
Again?
Yeah, again, and Alexis.
Okay.
Over there in Jersey. I know she's listening.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Peter, you're on Z100 Love Phones.
Hey, Dr. Jody. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Tell
What's
Sam
happening?
I appreciate his background comments.
Do you?
Very enjoyable.
Oh, absolutely.
I do enjoy him, Sam. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. You know what, Sam?
Everybody loves you, don't they?
Yes.
Yes, Peter.
Okay. I'm a gay male, and I've come to terms with that. I don't have a problem with that. My problem comes with the fact that I find no attraction to other gay males. I have none whatsoever. My attraction is for heterosexual males.
I think a little conflict of interest there, I would think.
Absolutely, and it's really, really a problem because I don't belong in the gay world.
Or the military.
Or the military, yeah.
Because I don't think they'd appreciate that.
And I don't belong in the straight world. So it's kind of like the Twilight Zone.
You're in limbo.
I'm in limbo, exactly.
Well, there are lots of gay men who get attracted to men who are not, and that's in a way one dynamic about that is it's a way to try and win over the heterosexual guy in order to make your choice right. So that if you can get a guy who's heterosexual to have a homosexual relationship, then you can say to yourself, well, see, I made an okay choice. I'm not bad, I'm not wrong.
I'm attracted to lesbians.
But Dr. Judy, I'm one of the people who believes that,
You see what I mean? That's a very psychodynamic experience that you're going through to try to work through something of your own deeper conflict that you may not even be consciously aware of. That's why you're driven to a relationship that is not constructive for you.
Oh, it's terrible. It's just caused all kinds of problems. Now, I've gone out with girls, and I've tried to, just play it that way. Mm-hmm. And, I've had no problems with that. And I don't know if I'm fully homosexual. I've gone out with girls and had relationships, and, only 2 or 3 in my life. And it just, I know it wasn't right. It just did not feel right. It was something that I wouldn't want to do. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want to settle into that lifestyle. But yet, I'm not a person who would go to, gay bars or anything of that nature. I find that, absolutely awful. I mean, I have no desire whatsoever to go and, pursue that type of lifestyle. And I know that I'm definitely attracted to only other guys who especially have very good-looking girls of their own.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, you see what I'm saying? You are acting out your own psychodynamic here. It is not constructive in your life in general, right? To do that, you're not going to find somebody where you're going to have a healthy relationship where somebody's really going to be there totally for you. You keep setting up triangles, and listen to me, Peter. I think this is a very edible reenactment you are doing. You are picking a daddy who has a wife, which is like a mommy, and then you are being the little boy. And I think that you need to see a psychoanalytically oriented therapist in order to work through something that happened to you, I bet, when you were 4 or 5, and develop this desperate need for daddy's attention and winning out over mommy.
All right, Peter.
Do you see how that works?
Well, yeah, sure. The whole psychodynamics of always chasing after that other than...
Just chasing after the man who's got the wife. I mean, it's so clearly daddy and mommy reenactments.
All right, Peter. Thanks a lot for the call. 1-800-242-0100. That's our number. Love phones. Chris Jagger with Dr. Judy. And Susan, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Well, I've had the same boyfriend for 3 years, and I love him dearly.
Is that good or bad?
It's good.
Okay.
The problem is, he says that he can't handle sex every night.
Mm-hmm.
He says it just takes too much energy.
Every night, 7 days a week?
For the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you want?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're putting a little pressure on him.
Well, no. I mean, he gets aroused. He just doesn't follow through.
Okay, well, part of that probably is that he's feeling too pressured to have to perform. Let up a little bit. Just sit back in the saddle and loosen the reins, and he'll likely feel a little bit better and may take you for a ride yourself. When somebody, whether it's a man or a woman, but in this case, you want sex every night, you keep demanding, and he thinks, it's got to be a whole event, a whole shtick. I have to do the whole 9 yards every night. It becomes a burden.
So he asked vacation.
Well, give
from
it to
sex?
him.
Yes.
Or from you, period.
From sex.
Oh.
Well, give it to him. That's very healthy. Be happy he asked you for it instead of just saying, later, baby.
Yeah. Susan, that would wear me out. You could love sex to death, but every night,
Right. So give him the vacation, and he will come back refreshed. And you should just pull back a little bit and give him a chance to initiate, and don't expect to have a whole full-blown sexual experience all the time. It becomes something that you have to do, and then it's not fun anymore.
Okay.
All right, Susan? Yeah,
All right.
vibrator for those in-between moments.
Okay.
All right, Susan, thank you very much. See, that's the fantasy, too. Again, every night, oh, my God, I have sex every night. It's great. But it's
right.
anything.
Then it's like, oh, my God.
Performance animals. What do you think they feel like?
Busy. I got other things to do.
All right, we'll come back and talk to Simone, who thinks her boyfriend's cheating on her. Uh-oh. And what's this? Some people out of control here. A couple of girls, couple of guys, little orgy action. All right.
Z100. Please call 1-800-242-0100 now.
Hey, we got from our Love Phones fax machine here. Yo, Chris, yo, Dr. Judy, your show's the best thing I've heard on the radio. I love Love Phones. Thank you. Since I moved here from Europe, this is the only station I listen to, and that's Tim out in Long Island.
All right.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate the fax. Simone, you're on Z100. Hi. How you doing, Simone?
Hi, Chris. Hi, Dr. Judy. How you doing?
Good. All right. How you doing?
I'm fine. I've been listening to your show for the longest. It's real good.
All right. Thank you.
But I have
an old friend.
Yeah, I got my boyfriend into listening to it. He got his friends into listening to it.
Oh, we love you. Thank you.
But now I have a little problem with him. See, I've been talking to him for like 2 years.
That jerk, I hate him.
But I love him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So much.
All right.
And he been doing a little bit of bad things and things that he shouldn't be doing.
Like what?
He got himself into a little trouble, so he was away for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So
Away,
incarcerated.
Locked up.
I started talking to this other guy, just on a friendly tip. But things got a little serious, and when he got home, he was kind of mad about it. So I broke up with that guy, and now we got back together and everything. And lately, I've been getting phone calls, some girls talking about I better leave their man alone and things like that.
He's
and
been triple timing you?
I don't know what he's doing. It's pissing me off because he told me, oh, I love you, and I'm not talking to no one else, and it's only you, and I wouldn't do all these things for you. But yet I get these calls from females talking about, this is such and such, and he living home with me, and you should leave him alone. And I'm like, what's going on? You're talking to somebody else. Let me know. If you want to make a decision between who you want. But he's like, there's nothing. I'm tired of all this childish game.
Simone.
Yeah.
Do you think those girls would be lying?
They have to. I don't know.
Yeah. Why would they be calling?
Why would they lie?
I don't think they lying. I'm saying it has to be something with him in order for them to call me.
Right.
Exactly. So guess what? He's not telling you the truth.
So why won't he tell me the truth? He won't.
Because he wants you, and he wants his cake, and he wants to eat it. That's why.
Well,
He wants to be messing with everything.
Well, he can't be
keeping his option open
because he wants me to be faithful and good to him.
Now, where's the incarcerated guy? What happened to him?
That's who I'm talking about.
Oh, he's back out. I thought you were messing with the other guy. Okay.
No, he's.
What was he in for?
Excuse me?
What was he in for?
I don't want to say.
Was it drugs?
I don't want to say, but it's nothing like really bad, like killing somebody or something like that. It's just like ticket stuff.
Tickets?
Yeah, like violations and stuff like that.
Scofflaw.
Yeah.
Oh, really? They could put him in jail for tickets?
Like not going to court and stuff like that.
For parking tickets?
Too many speeding tickets, violations.
How long was he in jail for that?
Stuff. Well, he was there for a while, and then he had his time to do it again, and he didn't want to do it, so he had to go ahead and do it any old way.
Simone, I wonder whether he told you the truth about why he was in jail. I don't know how long and how many ins and outs you get for parking violations.
It's not only parking. I think he had a warrant on him or something like that. I'm not sure.
Well, see, the reason I'm asking you those questions is that there's a lot of things that you're not really sure about concerning him.
Could be a lot of lies going on
Yeah,
here.
so, Simone, this man don't sound too good for you.
I don't know. I care about him a lot.
But he's not, what's the basic number one important ingredient in a relationship?
T-word.
The
Right.
truth.
Huh?
Trust. Yeah,
Yes. Do you trust him?
Well, I tried to, but
then you
That's
said
a no, right?
it's a no.
Yeah.
Well, I want to, but then I get these things, these little...
You want to, you try to, you got 2 no's.
2 no's.
Yeah.
He's like, if I ever call this show and even say anything about this problem, not the problem, but like talk about anything, he'll get so upset. But I don't know if he'll get upset, and if he's listening, I don't really care.
There you go. Now that's more the attitude I like.
Simone.
I want him to tell me what he wants. If
Simone, I think you already know you don't want to face it.
I don't know. He keeps telling, somebody keeps telling you they love you and they want to be with you, and there's nothing else happening.
Simone, you believe it until you get evidence that it's not, and you're getting evidence from other people. And not only that, your gut is telling you, no.
I don't want to listen to that.
Simone, you may deserve more.
Yeah. All right, Simone. Thanks for the call. She's kind of getting it, but she doesn't want to face up to it. I got this. What I got out of that.
It's scary.
Like, I want him to be good for me, but it's not quite working.
When somebody says, I love you, baby, and you're the only one, you want to believe those beautiful words.
This hour, Love Phone, sponsored by Trojan brand latex condoms. Help reduce the risk. Yes.
What's that T-shirt that I brought you back?
Show me. The Show Me State from Missouri.
Exactly. That's what you need, Simone. Say, I'm from Missouri. Show me.
Prove it to me, baby. Nico.
What's up?
How you doing? You're on Z100.
What's up?
Not too much. What's up with you?
Well, I got sort of a weird little dilemma on my hands here. It seems that my ex-girlfriend and I, we recently broke up. We broke up, and due to very, very weird circumstances, which were, she had, these little weird habits. She wanted to videotape us while we were making love. And, all right, fine, whatever. We got our thrills out of that. But I found out that she would be making copies of them and giving them to her friends.
Ooh. So were these cool, watching them back later? Is that what you did with them?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. See what's good, what we're seeing that's benefiting us, I guess, or whatever. But
but then for others viewing, it's not so.
It's not so much that, but I walked into to our apartment when we lived together, and she was sitting right there, with her friend Karen, and they were both watching, and they were both cracking up. And I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, jeez.
But another thing, which she ticked me off also about it, was that she was sleeping around with my best friend Chris. And I also heard that they themselves made their little Hollywood tapes.
Oh, they did videos also.
And passed them around. So I don't know if they too had this little thing going on behind my back, and this was a plan of theirs or not. But I don't know. She called me before, about 20 minutes ago, and I was telling her that I was going to call the show because, to see what you people would tell me. She told me, "Oh, don't call this, and that." Or, but
tell you about what?
Yeah, what is there to tell you? You've broken up with her. She's two-timing you. She's showing your videos all over.
And you're angry.
And the question would be what?
Well,
do I kill her?
Well, besides that,
do I blackmail her?
And she's a psycho too. She's
well, that's nice to know.
She's a psycho. I mean,
she's got your video though, Nico. Be nice.
Not so much that she's like not even a half year into the relationship. I mean, she's like one of these weird people. I mean, she's constantly moody and all touchy-feely, and she's like very into that S&M stuff, which is fine. But I mean, when you videotape it, fine, keep it between two people. But my question is, in a way, I would still like to, possibly go back out with her, or even think about wanting to stay as friends. But
she's a psycho. She's a weirdo. She's into S&M. She's showing my tapes around. I want to get back with her.
That's my baby. I still love her.
Oh, there we go. See. You're stuck on her.
Sort of, yeah.
So, yeah, what do you mean?
Well,
like a
Latin lover,
psycho woman.
Yeah, so what do you think I should do?
I think you ought to face all those things that you are attracted to her in yourself. Because that's what it seems that you're doing. You're first putting down some of those things about her, but you're missing them, and you're desperately attracted to them. You hate it and you love it. This love-hate thing is all about you and you, not about her. You found this girl that you could, that has all these things that are underground in you. That's what I think you need to do.
But
face it in yourself.
And then I'm attracted in some sort of way to, these rituals, if you will.
I'm saying that you are attracted to her because those are things that are hidden in you, and that in order to prevent you from becoming an obsessive lover in her, own whatever it is that you want to share with her in yourself. You want to be with her because she's on the edge. She's the one who acts out, who has the guts to act out all these things, and that gives you an excuse to do it without you having to say that you're doing it.
Not really, because I have guts. Believe me, I have more B's than she does, but there's just certain things as that in particular that she just doesn't carries it over. She's always trying to...
Yeah, right. She takes it further than you do. Yeah. You may have B's, but she's the one who's the actor about it. So own it in yourself is my advice to you.
All right, Nico, thanks for the call. John, you're on Z100 Love Phones.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, John.
Hi. First, I'd like to say I listen to your show all the time.
All right.
Every day.
Appreciate that.
Okay. Here's my problem. Me and my neighbor next door, her name is Allison. We're sexually active, but we're also sexually active with two other people, and we're all we all do an orgy and stuff.
We're talking about two couples, two guys, two girls?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we swap. So, yesterday we were doing normal things because we do it pretty often, and we did guy and girl.
Right.
We didn't know. It was just one thing led to another and all that. And me and her, because we talk about everything next door, we liked it. And we don't know if the other two people liked it, and we want to ask them, but we're embarrassed.
Well, what were they doing while you guys were doing whatever? Were they performing? Were they participating?
Well, what do you mean? Oh, wait, the two guys went with the two guys and the two girls were together.
Right.
Right.
So you want to know if the other girl liked being with the other girl and the other guy liked being with you?
Right.
Well,
I like being with the guy.
All right.
She liked being with the girl.
We understand that, John.
Okay.
You want to know if they liked it also?
Yeah, and we're embarrassed to ask.
Yeah, but my question was, what were they doing while you guys were doing this yesterday? Did they act like they were enjoying it? Were they performing with you?
Oh yeah, they didn't say nothing. But they didn't say they liked. They didn't even talk about it afterwards.
Well, that's understandable.
And also we're embarrassed of it because we're only 16 and 15, and we don't know if we're gay or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, do you think we should go up to them and ask them, or?
It sounds like rather than you worrying whether making decisions about what you're doing, it sounds to me like all of you are experimenting with different things.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it's time for you to be deciding that, to put a label on something that you do, just because you've done it once. And I'm also a little concerned, though, that it sounds the way you're describing it, these are just activities. It doesn't sit well with me the way you're talking about it, because the value that I hear that you're mentioning is more, we do this behavior, as if it's just something to do, or you think that it's hip, or
playtime,
right? Like it's some kind of game or something. And I think that you all have to really sit down and just get a little more mature about valuing your body and sharing an experience and having a relationship, and not just thinking that you're, playing Nintendo with your bodies.
All right, John, thanks for the call. Hello, Marilyn, you're on Z100.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. I'm so embarrassed.
You're nervous? Don't be nervous. We're just kind of hanging out, chatting away,
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
I've been going out with my boyfriend for 5 years, and last weekend, we finally, after months and months of discussing about having sex, I finally decided to do it.
Now, there was a slip of the lip.
What?
Slip of the lip? What happened?
I thought you said after months and months of what?
Talking. About sex, we finally had it.
Go ahead.
We were talking about precautions, and I wasn't sure if I was ready, but I finally was. And the first time, it wasn't that great, but it went well. We used a condom and everything. But then the next night on Saturday, we went to have sex again, and he went into the bathroom, and I just assumed he went to have a condom. He knew I wanted him to, and I thought he put it on, but he didn't. And I didn't realize it until after, and then I told him I couldn't believe he betrayed me like that. And
yeah, but if I heard you correct, I assumed he went into the bathroom. I thought he went to put it on. I think he came back with it.
I saw him go into the bathroom.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, that's how we did the first time. The first time I looked, and I saw him with it on.
Okay.
So I just figured it wasn't like a pretty sight, and I didn't want to look again. So
what was so ugly?
I don't know. It just grossed me out.
What grossed you out?
Looking at his penis.
What was so gross about it?
I don't know. I didn't like to look at it.
Had you never seen one before?
No.
So it was the first one?
Yeah.
Where did you get the idea that penises were unpleasant?
I don't know. I just never saw one before, and I don't know. It just kind of was gross.
Did it give you pleasure?
The first time the sex didn't. Not really, but...
You're probably kind of nervous and everything the first time doing it.
And it was kind of painful, but, you know. And the second time, it was a little bit better, but it was still kind of painful. Because it was the day after.
Well, you weren't very relaxed, were you?
No.
Did you bleed?
A little bit, the second time.
The first time, did you?
No.
Well, if you didn't bleed, was your hymen intact?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, it hurt a lot, but I didn't notice any bleeding afterwards.
Because if you were a virgin, right, then you would have a hymen.
Yeah.
Now, when it breaks, it tends to stain at least. You didn't have anything the first night. Maybe your hymen didn't break.
Maybe.
And, you know, that actually makes the hole close a little tighter, doesn't it? So it would be painful because of that. So if your hymen wasn't broken, then it would have been painful again the second night. Of course, it could have been painful, too, because you just were more tense or maybe not lubricated, but that's a possibility. How much did you stain?
Like at the end of my period, you know, just a little bit, not a ton of it, but...
Okay, well, you got a bunch of things to work on here, Marilyn. This is all so new and so kind of scary for you. And you have a lot to learn about your own body, which is important, and about a man's body. So first, it's a matter of looking at all the parts, and second, it's a matter of getting comfortable with them, and third, it's a matter of deciding that they're attractive rather than gross. Right? I mean, your first reaction could have been, oh, there's a man's penis. Well, now, less than gross, it could have been interesting, or it could have been pretty.
So, but Marilyn, are you also feeling betrayed that he didn't have a condom on?
Yeah, I mean, we
that's a big.
We talked about it for months and months, and he knew how I felt, and then he just said, "Oh, well, it didn't feel good the first time."
Oh, well, then you need to stand up to him absolutely and say, "Look, this will not do. If we make an agreement and you know how I feel about it, and you just cannot, on your own, make a different decision."
In 3 months, tell him you're pregnant. Just shake him up a little bit.
Oh, no, God, mean.
I would tell him, I'll fix you.
Yeah, you telling me that he has betrayed your trust.
And it's not even that. I've known him. He's my neighbor, and I've known him for 17 years. And then we've gone out for 5 years.
Right. Well, you tell him,
like my best friend.
Yeah, and you're hurt. I don't blame you. Absolutely.
I'm terrified.
Well, you should tell him it is totally unacceptable and let him know how angry you are about it and to his face so you don't have to fester with this in yourself.
All right, Marilyn, thanks for the call. When we come back, George says he's married to his wife, who's 76 years old. He's 34, and they have a great sex life. And also, Sandra says her boyfriend likes coming in her hair. Here we go, Jagger with the doctor. And George, hello, you're on Z100. Hi, George.
How you doing?
Good. What's up?
Well, I got a little problem. I'm 34 years old. I'm happily married. My wife is 76 years old, okay?
Wow.
She's going to be 77 in July.
How long you guys been married?
We've been married for 2 years.
Oh, wait, hold on one second here. Oh, sorry about that, George.
Yeah.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
We've been married for 2 years, and we have a very good sexual relationship. I mean, she is the best woman I ever had. And I've been having sex since I was about 14 years old. So this is the best. I have a little problem, though, okay? When we go to restaurants, people, approach me and says, can I sit your mother down or your grandmother down? And I tell them this is my wife. They give me a strange look.
Well, you can understand that, can't you?
No, really, because I'm in love with this woman. This is
well, I know, but she's 42 years older than you. I mean, not that it's anything wrong with it, but people will look at you like, Ugh.
Yeah, but I'm the one with the money, though. She doesn't have no money. I'm the one with the money also. She's broke. Mm-hmm. And I love her so much. I mean, this woman can really give heads. I mean, really. She's the best.
Do the dentures come out?
What?
Does she take out her dentures?
Yes. No, she has natural teeth, though. She really is the best. I mean, I never had anything like this.
I'm glad to hear this. 76 years old, and she's going at it. That's wonderful.
She's hot. She's hot. I tell you, she's hot.
Woo!
And she's the best ever. She has a little. She can't walk that good because she has a little cane, but in the bed, man, I tell you one thing.
She's all right.
It's like Tina Turner, rolling down the river. One of those things. Oh, God, it's the best.
So, but it bugs you. It bugs you though when you go out and everybody stares and looks and points.
Right. Yeah. I don't like that. I like to kiss her in the street also. And it's so that's nice to kissing your mother. But I kiss her in the mouth, though. I said, this is not my
You
mother.
start tonguing her, they think it's a little weird.
With my tongue, right?
Yeah.
Well, what should I do? I mean, should I should I wear a sign or something? This is my wife?
Well, you chose this person to be your partner because the two of you have something special. There are a lot of people in the world who will make judgments about others' relationships based on many things. Age, race, size, whatever. So you're the one who's going to have the strength about it to say, sticks and stones can break my bones, but names will never harm me, and I don't care what other people think.
Right. Well, she feels bad. I mean, she really feels bad. I said, don't feel bad, honey. I love you. That's number one. To help with everybody else. I mean, you're my partner, and that's it for the rest of, I wish we could have children, we could have a couple of them. I mean, but what can I say?
Well, if you have a wonderful relationship, and she's obviously keeping herself vital, that's a wonderful affirmation for women getting older, and the older woman, younger man relationship, George, is very in. So instead of you thinking people are looking at it and disdaining it, think you are now the latest 90s thing.
Right. I want to thank you because this woman is like the World Book of Encyclopedia. I mean, she showed me everything from the whole thing to Z. And the World Book of Encyclopedia has a lot of pages.
Quite large.
Quite large, right? So she showed me every position, everything, I tell you.
Very good, George. I'm glad you're enjoying that. 76 and the best band he's ever had.
Yes.
All right, buddy.
Wonderful.
Enjoy it. You don't have to worry about what anybody else thinks. Hello, Sandra.
Hi.
What's up in the Bronx?
I'm okay.
That's good. Welcome to Love Phones on Z100.
Thank you.
Now, what is your boyfriend like doing to you?
He likes coming on my hair. Sam, don't laugh. This is a serious matter. Don't laugh.
He loves to come in your hair.
Yeah, but he's only been doing that already, only for a month.
Isn't that good extra protein, though, for your hair?
I don't know. I have no idea.
So how do you feel about it?
In the beginning, it was okay. I mean, it was something different, so I was like, all right, fine, this is nice.
So explain to me, Sandra, before we go on, how this happens. What's going on, and then what is he sticks his penis in your hair?
Yeah.
What are you doing right before that?
No, it normally happens when, after I take a shower, I wash my hair, whatever, and he likes when my hair is, damp.
Wet and slick back.
Yeah. Not all that wet, but it has to be damp, where it's drying out, it's real soft, and we're having sex, and then I thought he wanted me to give him a blowjob, come in my mouth, whatever. Fine, I don't care, I don't mind, I like it. But then he just grabbed my head, and he started actually having sex on my head, and he came, and I said, fine. He got his thrill, that was it. But it's been a month now, and he's just does it, and then I got scared.
Well, what was frightening about it?
Dr. Judy, he likes coming on my hair.
Now he's obsessed with it.
Yeah, now he likes it. I mean, I come, he waits until I come,
This could be a new ingredient for Clairol.
It's the new shampoo. That shampoo is out. It's called Protein, isn't it?
Pantene, I think you're talking
Pantene. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Chris, have you ever did that to a woman?
Well, all over the face, but I don't know specifically if I've gone for the hair, no.
People do develop kind of fetishes a little bit, and when something really works out well or they get an extra thrill about it, they want to repeat it.
I bet Sam did it.
We'll ask him when he comes back in.
I mean, is he able to make love to you in other ways, too?
Yeah, I mean, we have a normal sex life. I mean, it's 69, you name it. Sit on top, oral sex, you name it. We have a nice sex life.
So this is yet another thing he discovered, right?
I didn't mind, it's like something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue.
Okay.
But now he's getting carried away.
Sam, is this something you've tried? Sam came back in. Sandra was interested in knowing whether or not this is something that you practiced.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have put it past him.
Hair. Hair's the prettiest part of a woman's body sometimes.
All right, Sandra, see what he says?
But is that normal? I mean...
Things like that are just expressions of a fun thing that he found, and as long as it doesn't replace other kinds of lovemaking that you both can enjoy together, then there's nothing wrong with it.
But you see, Dr. Judy, it's only after, like, when I wash my hair.
Mm-hmm.
It's only after I wash my hair. Now I don't want to wash my hair anymore.
Why? Because it's an inconvenience for you?
Yeah.
Well, what's so horrible
He gets
about
all turned
indulging
on.
his thrill about it?
And do you have to rewash it after he does this?
Okay, fine. Once in a while, I won't mind, but, like,
Do you, wait, Sandra? Do you rewash it afterwards?
Yes, I do.
Just comb it through?
It could be a little barrette.
Does he rub it in for
a
you?
new sheen. How distressing is this really for you? I mean, if you were to indulge his little pleasure about this,
I don't mind. I really don't mind.
So?
It's
Maybe she wants it somewhere else.
okay. There are times, like, it's been a month, fine. But one time he got so excited about he actually pulled some of my hair out. I mean, come on.
That's a problem.
Too
a little too aggressive about
Yeah.
it. Right. Well, why don't you ask him where this thought first came to him? It might be something, there might be some Samson association he's got here.
Fixation with
Right. With the power of his doing this. And ask him what his associated fantasy is to it, Sandra. That's always a good way, by the way, for everybody. If somebody gets obsessed with the behavior and you don't like it, instead of saying, I hate it, why does he does it, and you get stuck in this rut, find out what the person's story is built around it.
All right, Sandra, thanks for the call. Sal, thanks for holding on. You're on Z100 Love Phones.
Hello?
Hi, Sal.
Yeah.
How you doing?
All right.
What's up?
I have trouble getting it up.
What's not up then?
My dick.
Right.
It's pretty funny. Nah, this just happened recently, you know, and I don't know, I'm scared. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. This didn't happen to me before, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And,
has it been with the same woman you've been having a problem with?
nah, this was a different girl. And, you know, I got all hot and heavy with her. And,
You're listening to your radio.
sorry.
Yeah, turn that down. So, is it, what, a new girlfriend?
Nah, just a girl that I met.
Oh, okay.
And, we were getting all hot and heavy. And, I don't know, when it came down to it, I had a hard time getting it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was this a one-time thing?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that happens oftentimes with a new person, and especially with somebody that you care about, who you might think could be someone you'd be interested in. So you should not worry about it.
No.
It's like, how does the joke go? That what's the difference between fear and panic?
A man's erection.
Well, no, but it's related to that.
What's the answer?
Fear is the first time you can't do it the second time, and panic is the second time you can't do it the first time.
Yeah, but you know,
So
but you
don't panic about it. That's the point.
You know, you're new with a new woman. You're worried about whether or not you're going to be able to perform. You put all this pressure on you. It won't cooperate. So you start worrying about it.
And then that's what makes it go down. Stop worrying about it, Sal, and leave it to itself. It may happen once. It may happen second time. If you don't worry about it, it's likely to come back again. The more you worry and say, "Oh my goodness, panic now," the worse it's going to be.
Is there something that, you know, like the way I could calm down or something? I don't know.
Yes, switch the thought in your mind. Stop thinking about it. And just instead enjoy some sensation or something that you're doing or some way of touching each other instead of worrying about how your erection is doing. And give yourself permission not to have an erection. Say to her, let's play around tonight. Let's not necessarily have intercourse. How about that? That's what you should do. And you will take the pressure off and your penis will be very happy.
All right, yeah, no, but...
You let yourself off the hook, sort of, so you can relax a little bit and not worry about it.
Exactly.
He goes back to her for the second time. With that, he may have a problem there.
Right.
I know last time I didn't perform. Tonight I'd like to not perform again. Should we toss them?
No, let's spend a week where we don't have to feel we're pressured to have intercourse, where we could just explore each other's bodies, where we could feel like we are off in the Himalayas.
There we go.
You could make that into a very positive thing.
Joey?
Hello?
Hi, you're on Z100. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. What's up?
I just want you guys to know I listen to you guys all the time.
All right.
Great.
And the problem that I got is, like, I've been going out with the same girl for like 5 years. And, I mean, we talk about everything, you know. We talk about sex, and we talk about, you know, like the first time we did it, we talked about it. And we, you know, we use a condom, and you know, she even likes to, she's on the pill because she likes always to be, like, extra safe, you know what I mean? But the thing is, like, lately, like within like the last month, and I just thought, okay, the first time it was like for fun, you know, because you like read in magazines and stuff. But she's like into this like bondage thing, and she's got to like tie me up in order to get off like that. But in order for her to like have an orgasm or something, she's got to like. She came over the other night with this bag. And it had like chains in it and bondage stuff and these like leather.
Now, was this the first time in 5 years she's done this?
Yeah.
Where do you think she came up with all these new ideas?
I don't know. That's the thing that's like really scaring me about this now, because I mean I'm really in love with this girl. I mean probably going to marry her someday or something, but it's like I just don't know what to think, because I mean she had like stuff in this bag that could never think of. I mean I could sit down at a drawing table and never come up with this stuff. And I'm like, you must have spent a lot of money. She doesn't make that much money. You spent a lot of money buying this stuff. And I felt really bad and really guilty because it looked like she like had spent a lot. And I'm like, well, she spent a lot. I might as well let her use it, you know. But I mean, she got me tied up with some pretty ridiculous like stuff, and I'm like a little afraid here. You know what I mean?
Did you enjoy it at all?
Well, I kind of thought it was funny when she was like tying me up and stuff and putting it on, but then afterwards,
What did she put on you?
she had like these things that go on your ankles, and like a bar in the middle, and then like she could like make the bars so like it go wider or shorter, and then
So little domination things here.
yeah, and she had like these like things on my wrist, and they were like my arms were like tied up behind my back, and they was like stretched out and stuff. And then she turned me over, and then she's like pulling around my butt there with like this like a dildo type thing, and she's like, well, you know, I always wanted to see what it's like to like be a guy giving it on the other end. I'm like, no, you're not gonna do that, okay? That there is for one reason, okay, for things to go out and not things to come in. And she's like, well, you know, let's try it out. Let's see what it's like. Maybe.
Is this odd that in 5 years she's never, and then all of a sudden she comes with this huge big bag of tricks and wants to do all these things?
Yeah, and we watch movies and stuff, you know.
Where'd she get the idea?
She won't tell me. She says, well, you know, I just saw it, and I want to try it. And I think there's, like, more to that. I'm a little scared, you know what I mean?
Where do you think it came from?
I don't know. See, I live in Jersey, and she lives in Manhattan.
So that's really the issue here, is that
you're swinging clubs.
Yeah, you think she had an experience without you that she got this idea from, and that may be hurting you too a little bit. So you feel a little lack of trust there. It's enough when you play those little dominance and submission games. Already you worry, can I trust this person? Am I out of control? So you need to have a conversation about this more. I bet that if she had introduced this with her where you felt a little more comfortable about it, you might have, sounds from the way you're talking, might enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah, for the first time to be totally shackled and having things rammed up your butt.
And not know why she's bringing that in and not know how it came about. That's what's hurting you. So get back to basics that way first before you progress again.
That or move to the city and enjoy those clubs. Thanks, Joey, for the call. We got to go. You want to say happy birthday?
Oh, happy birthday to China Club. It's their big birthday tonight. They had a big night the other night. Fabio and De Niro are all there. Of course, that's the place that Bruce Willis partly owns. But here's a real thing. His, or hangs out there, he's a real buddy. He and Stallone and Michael Douglas are always there. But Bruce Willis's name there is Bruno. If you want to be really in, call Bruce Willis Bruno.
What's up, dude? You going to go party with him later? A little bit?
Well, we'll see.
You're swinging kind of woman that you are. You've been listening to Love Phones, heard exclusively in New York on Z100. Love Phones produced and directed by Sam the Milkman. Production assistants Tommy Boy and Lisa Lozzi. Guest and artist relations Kathy Donovan. Our executive producer Steve Kingston. We'll talk with you tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. I'm Chris Jagger.
I'm Dr. Judy.
Thank you. Don't walk away too soon. Remember,
I was just taking a drink.
Bring back real safe sex. Help find a cure for AIDS. Love Phones, an exclusive presentation of the worldwide Z100 radio network.
Serving the universe from the top of the Empire State Building. This is Z100.